they want to stay.
Hey, you look beautiful.
You can start now?
So, yeah, right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So since there's so few people here, I think I want to talk about what this show is about. First of all, this image is a series I started in Tibet when I was in Tibet. I have a little write-up about it. And I would go into a cave at Shoto and just sit and meditate. And this image kept coming to me. And what it is really our own potential that we were born with, of that connectedness with everything, realizing that that divinity is in everything and in ourselves. Rather than painting a Buddha, you know, I really feel that we have that same potential. And so then I've done these series of work I have here. I've just started a new series called Voices of the Four-Leggeds, because I feel we have so many species are leaving this planet. It's so sad. And they have so much for us to learn. And so this is just the beginning. This is find the path that supports our children. This is the voice of the wolf. And the voice of the deer is live with beauty and grace. So I'm going to be continuing this series. And also to go back to this image of compassion, I feel that this is really the bodhisattva of compassion. And for all of us now, with what is going on, you know, I feel the planet is really calling us forth to be compassionate and to offer our own wisdom that we have gained through our lives, even if it's you're young, you still have come in with a lot of wisdom and passion, and for us to use that on the planet right now with each other, with the suffering that's going on around the planet in so many cultures. And now that brings me to the subject of the Bauls. I just came back from India, living with the Bauls in a village. And here's some of the photos of my friends there. I really feel they're my family. And in 1992, I went to this, I just was taking a train and going to Shantiniketan. It's in West Bengal. And I was on this project that I started in 1986 called the World Wheel. And so I was going to 12 countries that I dreamt about, and India was one of them. So I didn't know what I was going to do. But in every country I did sculptures and worked with community, what their needs were, and tried to help start grassroots organizations that could continue after I leave, so that they could be helped in whatever way they needed. So India was one, and on the train going to Shantiniketan in West Bengal, there were these incredible musicians. I loved their music so much, and they were dressed in these bright colors and had interesting instruments that I had seen before. This is called the ektar. It's a one-string instrument, the dotara. And I kept giving them coins so they would stay in my compartment and keep singing. And they invited me to their village, so I did. This is 1992. And I looked around, and you know, they were very much in the arts, but some of them didn't have homes. They were very, very poor. And some of them would just wander from village to sing, and people would give them food. And so I thought, they don't need a piece of art, but they need a house to stay in or to rest in. And so I built a little adobe house with a thatched roof. It was a round house on some land. Basudeva and his mother, his wife, Urmila. This is from my last trip. But they were very young at that time. Well, I was too, I guess. And so Vasudev started teaching the music, and no one had taught the music before. They would pass the music down through their family, but it wasn't like a taught tradition. And so he started teaching music, and now, here I've gone in 2019, and there were so many students in that one area of the villages. There were like 360 students he had, and then people were coming from Europe and other countries to study with him, and people from Kolkata, and it was just jammed in this little house that I had built. So now I'm going to, this show is about raising money to build a school, a Baul School, where they can teach their music, not only their music, their philosophy is so profound, and I feel important on the planet right now because they accept all religions and all people that are just kind of on the edge of society, they embrace. And even the dogs in India, if you've ever been to Kolkata or the cities, I mean, the dogs are so sad, they're starving on the streets and people just kind of shun them. But they take these stray dogs into their home and feed them. And I just feel like that this attitude is so needed on the planet of embracing everyone, especially people who are different from ourselves. And so that's one reason I've just, embraced these people, and I really feel they're my family, and that's what they need now, is they need a building, and so whatever is sold here or donated will go to building this school, the Baul School in the village. So creation stories of that life. She, out of her own skin, she rolled life. So she drew life